Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. I'm working on stuff. Didn't even bother to say say hi or anything as the stream starts. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to get stuff worked out here. Okay. So no. Uh. Okay. So that's no. That's not right either. Okay. And oh, here we go. Everybody's starting to come in. Hi, Umble. Hi, Chrome. Hey, Tosspot. Blake, Drew, Curtis, Menace, CDV. We yeah, it would have been cool if the stream was 3 hours of silence, right? Like, I got so wrapped up. What I'm gonna do, guys, is we're going to start. I'm going to start doing some streams where you guys can um join right in on the stream on either just voice or voice and video. And I don't have a ton of time to stream today, but I was hoping you guys might be able to help me get set up on it. Now, first thing, let me make sure everybody's that wants to be a part of it can join the Discord, because that's where it's all going to take place. Let me oh, God damn it, I keep forgetting to up that bit rate. Hold on a second here, guys. Let me get you guys the link. Okay, this is the Discord link if you're not a member. And then I'll explain to you how it works, and I'll get somebody to one of you guys to come help me get it set up, make sure we're going to be able to do this smoothly. That's the Discord link. And so what's going to happen is on the days that I'm going to have you guys in here chatting with me, there's the Discord, we have a room called the Green Room. And if you want to be in the stream, like I say, it can be voice and video or just voice. If you want to be in the stream, you just go into the Green Room and wait. And then I will come and get whoever we want to have on the stream with us and bring them into the call room. And that's where the call will actually take place. It might help if I leave this up here so I can actually see. And Mint Man, thanks for the super chat, pal. Says you there at home can win a chance to talk to Candyman Curtis-san. Join the Discord if you dare. Pants are entirely optional, that's Mike, as are mine. But that's I think it'll be something fun for us. And now, does anybody here want to join in chat on the stream? You can, like I say, you can do it just chat or chat and video. Because what I want to do now is connect with somebody and then see if I can get it posted to the stream fluidly. Jill can't join in. She's at work. Tell them you got priorities. And invite your boss over to chat with us. Oh, there's always candy in the Discord. Okay, hold on. So anybody that wants to, just hop over to the Discord and jump into the Green Room there.
Hi.
Hi. I love that one. All right, let's see. Okay, Mint Man. Now let me see if I can do this right, Mint Man. So,
Nope.
Okay, Mint Man's in here with me. Now I want to see if I'm going to move you to the call room.
What you talking about? I can already talk during the stream. GLaDOS' voice is way sexier than my real voice anyway.
well, that's true, GLaDOS. That's true. You talk to us a lot in here. Okay, Mint Man, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Oh, beautiful. All right, now you guys are hearing Mint Man, right? So now
Testing.
what I want to do is I want to see, Mint Man, if I can post just you to the stream. And this is where freaking Streamlabs sometimes gives me a pain in the ass. But let's see if we can make this work. This will be the last part we need. So let me.
You're trying to get me on YouTube then.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you right here in the Discord, but I'm going to put your square here where a video would be up onto the stream if Streamlabs will cooperate with me. Let me try display. No. Let's try screen capture. Let's see if that works. All right. Yeah, it's got that page up.
I'm ready for my interview. Oh, wait. Discord? What's that?
Come on, Sonic. You're a tech savvy guy. All right, guys. Let's see how this works. All right. So now we could do it like this when we have a guest, or I can't turn the video on my own because the camera is being used for the
I'm not
stream.
Tails.
All right, now you guys are. Now what happens if I put this up? Does it take it away? Come on, don't do that. Oh, yep, we can't do that. Shit. This is going to be the pain in the ass part, figuring out how. Now, if Mintman had video going too, because we will have some people on the stream as a guest with video, and this is where it's going to get complicated, because I'm going to have to. I can take. Let me see. What if I take my webcam video? Yeah, but that doesn't really. I'm just, like I say, guys, if you were visualizing Mintman's, oh, no, this one. Would this work? What the hell is that? What did you do that for? There we go. That's not a terrible look for it. Detach the chat window and put it out of the Discord frame. Well, actually, the issue I have is with Streamlabs itself. It doesn't it's not as convenient as some of the other software I have for grabbing just a specific window. But this looks like it'll actually work. This I would be good with. And why is Mintman's audio off?
No, I'm here. I muted myself, so I wouldn't talk over you.
You muted. Okay, no problem, pal. Oh,
yeah.
Now
You're good.
Now I screwed up. What the hell did I do? Oh, come on. I was
switching rooms. I didn't want the background noise.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Well,
and now I'm seeing YouTube stream. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing now. So I see my square.
But now I've got to get both of us back up on my page here on Discord, because somehow I turned it to just one or the other.
The VTubers make it look so easy.
Yeah, once we get a handle on it, I wonder, is that what people typically use is Discord? You guys know more about that than I do.
Yeah. Universally.
Is it? Okay. So we know there are actually, though, now that I think about it, hold on, this might work. This was an accident, and it might work better. Let me go back to the screen capture.
You're doing OBS, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Let me grab a new screen capture. This might work better. Hold on. And I will get to the chat, guys, in just a second as soon as we get this worked out. Okay. So now, let me take in. Be that way about it then. Come on. This could be even a better idea. And I'm trying to think for in the future when we have, come on, guests that we want to, there we go, have on for the entire stream. What do you think? What do you think about that, guys? That look good?
You know what? I think this works.
I think it will. That's not bad. And now it'd be easy enough to do too, to where I could grab. The only problem Streamlabs is going to give me, and what I'll do is I'll go on YouTube and I'll search how other people are doing it. Is now say we wanted to bring like say 3 other people on. Right now, Streamlabs will only grab this one browser window I have. If I place another on top of it, we lose it. So that's what I've got to figure out because I want to be able to do all of them individually. But for a basic idea, this seems like it'll work. Let me.
Yeah, I think in time you'll figure it out. I think it's just tinkering and.
Agree.
Yeah.
And now we got Lucia came in too. This hold on now.
Yeah.
Okay, now. Okay, so now.
So now it's switched to Lucia. Okay.
Right. Now that's what I want to be able to do eventually is put both you guys on here with me at the same time. And that's where things are. Oh, wait, I could do what if I do another screen capture? Let me see if it'll do that. All right. Now this screen capture.
See that there gets both of us. But if you want to put your video, that's going to be a bit difficult.
Right. Well, see, now this is what I'm thinking. What if this screen capture? Oh, no, that won't work, though, because I can only have one of you up at a time. So, yeah, I'd have to go back to the window, and this is what I can't do. What the hell? On Discord itself, I need to have both you guys' windows up here at the same time. And again, being so new to Discord, pop out, audio. I don't see how to, what if I drag? No, won't let me drag Lucia in. Okay, I'm going to bring in Dr. Dirt too. Now we got 4. So how do I put all 4 of us up on the Discord window? That'd be the best way to do it.
I don't know
Me
if
either.
too many monitors or not enough will help, but yeah.
Well, right now I'm looking at the Discord display itself, and of course I've got you right up center. There is a way. There's 4 of us in here: you, me, Lucia, and Dr. Dirt. There is a way to put all 4 of them in at once, and I don't know what that is. Is this it? There it is. Found it. All right, now.
Okay, this works.
Yep, and now we could, but this is going to be the pain in the ass part is I'd probably have to make a separate screen capture for each one of you guys. It would be time consuming, but I think that would work. Let me try that.
Yeah, what you had was pretty basic. It worked, but let's say we had our video on, and you don't want to cut off their face. That might be
right.
Hard.
Right, exactly. Well, let's see now. Okay, if I want to put all 4, let's get yours in first. Oop. Come on, quit screwing around with me here. Okay. So then I could put yours up here. And then I can do another screen capture. And there we go. See, now when it's just going to be one at a time, that's going to be easy.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, see,
you're
now
right. It's time consuming, but this works.
But this will work. Yeah, I think so too. Come on, will ya?
Luckily, OBS I think allows a good chunk. So
Yeah, yeah. I'll bet you there is an easier way to do it, and I'll search that. There we go. And then I would take and do one more screen capture. And let's see. Now we'd need Dr. Dirt. And plus I'll get a little faster at it as we do it more often. Okay. Put him down here. There we go. And that would have all four of us on at once. And then I could just refine them a little for size. Oh, sure.
yeah, I'd say set a good number of people you allow max to like join in, and then
Yeah. And there we go, guys. What do you think? That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
visually this looks great.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that wasn't as difficult.
It looks good to me.
Yeah. It worked out much better than I thought. Went much easier than I thought. All right, let's see what everybody's saying here. No Nut November. No Shave November? Lick says everyone else in the server should join the call to see the cast. Well, see, that's the thing, Licks. I set that up so it won't be chaos. People can go into the green room, but they can't come into the call room until I bring them in. That's a private room. And what you're seeing right here is the call room. So we have complete control over who will be in here. That I didn't think of that myself.
It
that
only
was
took
Fast Kid's idea.
728 years.
Yeah, right.
It's
I
a
didn't
good
think,
call over, because then
I didn't think that
people
was
can
bad.
wait in for their turn.
Right. Right. I think this will work well. Now that's the only thing I had to do there. Now when a Tangia thing comes up, that should go over the top of us. Here, I'll replay that one. Oh, that's gonna be an issue too. Because now when I want to use Tangia, no. Let's see. That's going to be the pain in the ass part with Streamlabs. Now when I want to use Tangia, what if I move that over here? There we go. I got rid of it. Okay, so I could use Tangia here. So if I want to replay that,
It only took 728 years.
there you go. All right, so that's how we'd have to do it. There'll be a lot of refining to it, but I think that'll work. All right, very good. Ashley says, even though I'm already on the server, unfortunately I won't be able to join since my voice is raspy and monotonish after eating pizza. That's all right. You guys put up with me, and my voice gets raspy, monotonish, and downright creepy all the time. So, all right.
Hey, man, we don't judge.
No, that's right. All right, so we're gonna for this stream we're gonna leave it like this, and if you guys, Lucia, Dr. Dirt, if you guys want to join in anytime with voice or video, you're more than welcome. This your new green room
All right,
thing.
sounds good.
That's perfect having everybody in here. This will be good, because what I wanted to do too in some future streams, I want to do stuff like what we've done in the past, but more in depth. I want to talk more about some the idea of parallel universes, all the things that over the years we've really enjoyed talking about in here. And I know we have members of the community who are way into that and have a base knowledge of it. And that's what I want to do, is get people like that in here with me. Yeah, RJ.
No, that's a great idea.
I think it'll be fun. And just when we come in and have the general conversations, when somebody, whether they're in agreement, disagreement, whatever, we see people that really have something to say in here, this will be an opportunity for them to say it in real time rather than having to chat.
There's something funny about the one thing you're thinking of that you talk about with your fans is parallel universes. Their first thought. Never having heard having not heard that discussion beforehand. It's just kind of caught me off guard.
Oh no, it's a fascinating thing to me, and I don't have a strong grasp of it at all. But stuff like that fascinates me. We talk.
Oh yeah, no, it's fun. I'm just like, you set up a Discord call.
Well, maybe we.
It's just fine.
It would be. Maybe we could. I'll have to see who I could contact. Maybe we could even. I could locate some sort of somebody with in academia with a significant amount of knowledge in that would be willing to come on with us or something.
Yeah, I've always been more interested in determinism and like fate and whether or not our choices actually affect what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
That's a great topic of discussion.
100%. Could not agree more. And I'm glad you brought that up. That's another thing I want to do too. I can do that as we sit here. I want to add into the oh no, because I'll lose you guys on the camera. I'll do it afterwards. I'm going to add into the Discord.
Maybe you want to talk about parallel universes because I'd like to be in yours.
Hey, that's a good line, Big Green. I like that. I'm going to put on the Discord for any of you who want to join over there and take part. I'm going to put a channel on the Discord for live stream related, probably live stream suggestions too as well. Because that would be determinism. That would be great, and I would have never thought of that. I love talking about stuff like that, and it gets us away from politics a little, and yet it's something fascinating to talk about. And I especially like it because it's not stuff that I'm really well versed in, and I like hearing what other people have to say, whether aliens, determinism, as you said, parallel universes, wormholes.
Paranormal ghosts.
I feel like time travel, like if it can be done, definitely would. I feel like if you got to time travel, it would immediately determine whether or not it's determinism or our choices create different universes or whatever. Because if it's like it's going to happen beforehand, even if you know the future, it's going to happen that way anyway.
It's going to happen anyway. That's fascinating to me, and I hadn't ever thought about that one. Hold on, let me quick play that TTS again.
Maybe somewhere in the deepest, darkest corners of the multiverse, there's an alternate reality out there where you finally get some bitches.
Well, how the hell do I get to that reality then? Don't just tease me like that, Knuckles. I want some bitches. How come the bitches don't want me? I'm not going to cry about it now. It's been too many years. No, but you're right. That's a fascinating idea, the whole concept of determinism. And hopefully this will lead into more. Any of you guys that have connections with somebody who is an expert in whatever XYZ category that might want to sit in with us for a stream, that'd be a lot of fun. Lick says,
I think it'd be great to
well, Lick says,
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you guys.
I was gonna say, like, if Curtis is a skeptic on a few items too, and we have people who aren't skeptics, is a good, round of discussion to kind of get both sides.
That the thing about that is, that's a tougher one for me. I'm always perfectly honest with you guys. If I'm a skeptic about something, I'll tell you. But typically not the case because I like the idea of being exposed to new ideas. Now, a good one would be the existence of ghosts or
no parallel universe bitches.
I like that. The afterlife, because there I'm a skeptic. But now everything else we've mentioned, I just want to learn more. And Lick said if we ever decide to do an in-depth talk about lesbians, I'll join VC in a heartbeat. You guys know goddamn well I'm open to a lesbian conversation anytime it wants to be engaged. I particularly would like to have a...
Yeah, Crom's wanting us to look at the CIA postings that they've... I'm trying to look. He put a link in the chat, or she did. On that.
Oh, okay. Oh, what's Chrome got here for a subject too?
You said something about it earlier about it.
The
FBI's recently declassified documents of using psychics to see ancient Martian aliens 1 billion years ago.
Really?
Not joking. That's Chrome's.
Oh yeah, here it is. I just got it. CIA publishes the craziest stuff on their website. Oh yeah, we had professional remote viewers. Yeah, we asked them to go visit Mars 1 million years ago. They see pyramids, obelisks, the dying elder race looking for a new home. Anyway, it's declassified now. The CIA, I don't know about you guys. I've always believed, though, I don't have a problem with the CIA. Don't get me wrong. This isn't degrading them. but I think they go down some seriously bizarre wormholes, don't they?
Yeah, I just thought the aliens aren't coming from Mars, definitely.
Nah. No,
Right? Like,
it'd have to be from outside our galaxy, right, guys? I mean, we know enough, I think,
Right.
about our galaxy now, or no, our immediacy. Let's put it that way. That we know we can confidently say there's no intelligent life on Mars, no life at all, really. We can say on Mars.
I definitely subscribe to the idea that our world is massive and there's a lot we don't know, and just kind of leaving it at that, right? There's so much that who knows, right?
Well, you know what I've always said too is the cosmos itself is just massive beyond what our minds can even comprehend. So, given that, how arrogant would it be to believe that we are the only situation that could have been created that supports life? Now, the idea,
yeah, if it's truly
MCA, pass
infinite,
me some of that. I'd like to see ancient Martian aliens.
I mean, there's just infinite possibilities for life.
Sonic. Exactly. And now when you start talking about, okay, what are the odds of this other life form or this other planet that supports life, of the two of us crossing paths, okay, now you're talking probably significant odds. But to say that it's not out there just because we can't see it, I think is crazy. Like I say, it's just arrogance.
I also just don't see us really ever in the even distant future getting very far above light speed travel through space. It just seems so ridiculously
it does
convoluted what we'd have to do.
The only thing I can say, and I agree with you, but the only thing I can say to that is, just being an old fart, I can't even describe to you guys, when I was a kid, even a teenager, a lot of the things that we absolutely take for granted right now were science fiction that was never going to happen. And if you had said to me as a kid, if I'm in elementary school and you say, no, someday, not in the too distant future, you're going to carry your telephone in your pocket and it's going to be a camera. It can connect to other people anywhere in the world via live video and speech. And we'd have just laughed. We would have never believed it. We're talking, when I was a child, not only did I have a landline, I had a landline that was a party line. You didn't even have enough connection that out in the country like that, you could have your own separate line. You'd have to pick up the phone and make sure somebody else on the party wasn't using it before you could go ahead and make your call. And now this is where we are.
That's a good point. I mean, hearing that perspective from somebody who's been around as long as you, not saying you're old, but I'm saying
I'm old. No, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I've always said you'll never hurt my feelings with the truth. I know I'm old, but that's the only reason I have that perspective on it, because I would be, initially that would be my want to say too. Is like, we could never achieve that, but just because of what I've seen in my life makes me hesitate at that, because I would have never ever believed the things that we have today. I would have never believed they were going to exist at all, and certainly wouldn't believe they were going to exist in my lifetime.
Party line.
Well, also,
that sounds fun.
The more technology we get and the farther into space we get, I imagine we're going to get into some turf wars with other countries and who owns this part of Mars or something. You know what I mean? We might just blow each other up before we can ever get out of the solar system.
And that's the sad thing. I completely agree with you that, well, I think everybody will agree, with the way our world is structured, we'll end up either ending ourselves or doing significant enough damage to ourselves that we're never going to get to that next level to meet those people unless they come to us. Because I think as our technology advances, our ability to do great significant damage to one another also advances, and somebody will utilize that at some point.
No doubt there.
Yeah, that's sad. But Lick says Curtis is old enough to be using cave paintings and chiseled stone plates. Well, that was elementary school. Yeah, you just we didn't have pencils. You had a little hammer, and it doesn't make me a bad guy. SCP says, wasn't it Einstein that said he doesn't know what weapons will be used in World War III, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones? I've heard that quote. Was it Einstein? And that's scary and probably so prophetic as well. That World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Implosion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, by all 4 people left.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I mean, we see it in movies and stuff, but the reality is the humans that do exist, what will they be exactly? With that amounts of radiation and stuff, there's no telling what we're going to be looking at as what is then a human. And of course, as we all know, the cockroaches will rule.
Yeah, Fallout actually did a pretty good job with that show.
We've experienced some pretty traumatic
Agreed.
stuff already. Like for a younger generation, COVID. Who would ever thought that we had a pandemic in our lifetime, right? I mean, insane. Yeah, people lost people from that, and that's just a small sample of what probably could happen. So,
Well, and even think back
that was crazy.
You think back to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, it's a part of our history, our world history, so everybody just takes it as, okay, it's something that happened. But think to the nuts and bolts of it. How many people were vaporized in that instant? And then remember that the current weapons are, over 100 times more powerful than that. And
yeah, we're young, stronger now.
Yeah,
and
it's
they were
terrifying.
probably better at fighting back then too.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said they were probably better at fighting back then too. Really.
Yep, absolutely.
Less technology.
It's scary. It really is. I mean, how quickly it could all end, and that's what sucks. And when I say that, not even so much for me. Again, I've been fortunate that I am an old fart. I've had a lot of fun in my life. I love what I get to do every day.
Post-apocalypse like Fist
but
of the North
you
Star,
younger people,
where everybody is a buff hair metal band member.
I like that idea, Sonic. I like that idea a lot. we're all an 80s man.
Thought.
Oh, it is.
Like my dad before my dad passed away, he said, "Son, don't be surprised if World War III happens when I'm gone," or something like that. So it's like older people, they know. They see the line. They're like, "Oh crap, it's going this way." Yeah.
It's funny you say that.
It's priority straight.
And that's very true. I do think that is. I don't necessarily agree that age brings wisdom. It just brings experience. And when you have experience, like I say, when I remember being a child and you had a party line for a landline, when you see how dramatically this world has changed in 60 years.
I'd be down for a Fallout-style apocalypse.
It's stunning
if
to
it
think
means
that
I'd get to bang a ghoul.
Yeah, that's fair too. The ghouls might be hot. And Brother E says, let's just battle through a children's card game. Absolutely. And I'm sorry, I'm going faster because I got a lot I want to respond to. Chrome, I'll give you guys, I can take this a step further. Chrome says, Curtis is old enough to know what Betamax is and probably used it. I can take it further than that. Because I've always been a nerd for technology, I've always been a technology fan from the time I was a little kid. I remember in elementary school back then, I can't remember the name of the paper, but like once a month, all the elementary schools would get distributed to them like this little newspaper for kids. And I can't remember what it was called, but it would just have little interesting tidbits of around the world just to start, getting little kids to look at the world in a bigger picture. I remember distinctly now, 3rd grade, 4th grade, along there, reading that. And I was amazed because they were creating this technology where there was this machine that you could hook to your TV. And if you saw something you liked happening on the TV, I swear this was true, you could push a button and it would print out a tiny little postage stamp sized picture of what you just captured on the TV. That was a precursor to Betamax and then VHS and everything. It never hit the market because the technology started accelerating so quickly. Before that could really get to market, they already knew they could create machines that would take entire video. But that was the technology of my childhood, and that was like a big breakthrough. That's why it stuck with me for whatever almost 60 years here. Is I thought that's going to be cool. I'm going to be able to push a button and I'm going to take a little ratty, terrible no resolution postage stamp picture of something I saw on my screen. So that's where we come from.
What was the name for that? That's interesting. I never heard about that.
I couldn't tell you the name. It was all I remember is it was specifically in that little. If I could remember the name of what they called that newspaper that we all got, we might be able to find something on it. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay. We just
Air connection.
Oh, just reconnecting. Okay, because I was gonna say because now when this happens, we'll just bring somebody else into the chat, and that'll square it back up. He might have been lost. Let's bring let's bring RJ in. There we go. But yeah, I can't think what that paper was called. Highlights was the magazine that was in all the dentist office. So it wasn't Highlights.
Sounds like the Game Boy printer.
Just, heard you pop into Discord.
It does. It was similar. Good to have you, RJ. Yeah, we're just trying this out. I think this is going to work pretty well. I mean, you guys watching? What do you think? I think this is going to be something pretty cool.
It's working. We're vibing, chilling. Everyone's respecting each other. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Me and another guy were just having a conversation about physics and like multiverse stuff.
I'm fascinated by that, and most of my knowledge that I can claim on it came from you guys because we've had over the years we've talked about that on streams on many occasions, and we have so many people here that have studied it intensely that the little bit of knowledge I have is from you guys.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to talk over the TTS.
Oh no,
yeah,
that's okay,
I
guys.
was trying not to interrupt you and mess your stream up or anything like that.
Not at all. Nope. And the TTS, the good thing about that is, if we do, because I did it a couple times, if I talk over or something, I can just replay them for them. Because I do like to hear everything that comes in on the TTS.
Yeah.
Are you still running the stream now, Curtis?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Everything is live. Yep.
We're live, pal.
It's Prasanna. Hey, Prasanna, good to see you again. Oh, Sobe asked about Roja. For those who don't know, I had written a prologue to what would have been, and actually now I could do it even more effectively because the day and age of AI, I have no artistic ability. I could use AI to create some of the images I would need for it, but it was just
Anything embarrassing you say will be preserved forever.
That's been the thing about that, Sonic, is that's been, I think, my family's biggest fear with having my dumb ass out here. It was bad enough when I was doing stand-up for a living, but nobody had cell phones or shit like that. And so the embarrassing stuff typically died other than just legend. But now it's preserved forever. But anyway, I wrote the prologue to Roja. I have, the whole thing is, and I wish I had time for it because the entirety of the series of light novels is all, I have it all outlined. It has a very definitive ending to the story, several chapters in. I've gotten probably 1/2 to 2/3 of the way through the first edition of the actual story, but never gotten a chance to go back to it yet.
Yeah, from what I read, it was pretty good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I like telling that story, and I'd love to go back to it now again, as I say, with AI, because I cannot draw. But I've learned to use the AI well enough that, like in Roja, if I wanted to tell that story again and do the animation over, the guy who was doing the animation for me, we had a lot of language barrier issues. But with the AI now, you can get a fairly consistent character. If you describe the character the exact same way every time you feed it into the AI, you get pretty much that same character. And I could illustrate the books with it.
Hey, Curtis, do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, go ahead.
So you were just talking about the time travel stuff, and I actually went to, I read a lot about physics, and I went to university only for a year. I actually had problems doing school, but I went for physics for a year.
Okay.
And one theory that I read that I thought was extremely solid, I just wanted to bounce it off you, was the idea that you can travel through time. It's not prohibited, but the thing that you overlook is that if you travel through time, you are part of the original timeline of the original event, which means either you helped to cause it or you can't affect it. For example, you want a classic example, of course, is killing baby Hitler, right?
Right.
I hate to be dark, but yeah, we would all do it given the
That's
chance. Let's be real.
100%
And
right.
that's making, and that's the right thing to do. That's the correct answer. But the thing is that
Yeah.
you already went back. So if you can go back, you already did, which means it happened anyway. So
Yeah. And you probably caused Hitler to become Hitler by doing some crazy shit to him
yeah,
or something,
or
and
you
it ends
or
up
you
that it
never
was like a
or you just never got close. You got taken out before you got there
yeah.
for whatever.
Right.
Like you get policeman shop at you or whatever, right?
And that's exactly. And that's the beauty of it, is it can keep you up all night just thinking about that vicious circle that you're in there. Just what you said. Okay, if you go back, you already had lived in the future, so now what is the future? Yeah, I mean, the questions are just endless. And like you say, maybe somebody did go back and they didn't get there. We reached Godwin's law already. Godwin's law. I'm not familiar with that. What does Godwin's law state? Hal? You don't have to put it in text chat or text to speech if you don't want. I can read it. I'm not familiar with Godwin's law. Oh, Chrome says Godwin's law is everything goes back to Hitler. When you think about how,
Okay.
when you think about it, though, I mean, life on this planet. Yeah, I don't think you can. Can you come up with one individual that had the potential to make a bigger change in the entirety of this planet? Probably not than Hitler. With how
Yeah, I think like Genghis Khan is a second, but I don't think he's there either.
Oh, Jesus.
And I think the only reason I think Genghis Khan maybe doesn't have as much pull is because we would have had so many more years to have righted the ship as humanity. I mean, from Genghis Khan to whereas Hitler, you're not going back that far in history. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like you say, okay, if Hitler never existed, if that rise of socialism in Germany never took place, how would the world be different? It's impossible to say, really. Stalin, Chrome's got a good example. Stalin did kill more, but we know that Hitler was the driving factor behind the war, though. Although, I don't know. Oh, Big Green says, as an online discussion grows longer, the probability of a comparison involving Nazis or Hitler approaches. That's interesting. Okay, so that's what it states. And I think, Big Green, too, that's interesting because that points back to just what we're saying. Hitler is he is the grand high poobah of how did things ever go wrong? How did things go drastically wrong? So I think he's always going to get brought into it. Chairman Mao, yep. Interesting.
Heck, I was hearing him brought up just as reason for all this, election stuff. I mean, he's always some way in the conversation, right? So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, oh yeah, constantly in the election stuff. Here's another one I'll ask you guys, and this hits close to home to me because you guys know about my history with hypnotism. Is it possible? And I already have my take on that. Is it possible for a human to have their mind be powerful enough to change something physical around them? Whether
you talking telekinesis or
kinesis, telepathy, anything. Is that possible?
I can't say anything to disprove it. I mean, you're looking at a guy that believes that paranormal stuff. So if I believe in that, surely I could believe in telekinesis, right?
Right. See, now
tried pretty hard.
Now, for me, that's an interesting one. And I'll tell you why. Because with the background in hypnosis and what I've seen and what I've experimented with on myself, our minds are phenomenally stronger than we just generally give them credit for, as far as being able to make immediate and real changes in the moment to ourselves. But I've yet to see anything that makes me believe we could take that next step and affect our physical world with our mind. And I want to. That's why it's a tough one for me. I'm a skeptic about it being possible, but I want it to happen. I want to
You know
find that.
what?
What's that?
I think I actually have an answer for you, and it's
Okay.
going to be a very, very cynical answer. Is it's impossible because if it was possible, it would have happened, and somebody would have
Curtis
already
is
made
looking
money
into
off of it.
becoming
I-
Charles Xavier.
I
He's going to form the
I feel
X-Men
like somebody would
next.
have monetized that a long time ago. It's
I
the
agree with
second
that.
somebody
That's good.
figured that out,
Fair
they
point.
make
That's
bank,
good, Al.
and therefore everybody instantly finds out about it.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because and yes, I do want to be Charles Xavier, but I agree with you. That's one of my big points that I don't think it's possible. Is it would have been done now? The only thing I can say to that is when we think of, okay, your mind being able to control an external, we tend to think large. Like, I'm going to take this remote and with the power of my mind, I'm going to throw it across the room. What if it's just tinier things that are not significant enough to have ever made, to have become nationally or worldwide known, or even more so? What if it can only happen in moments of extreme duress, let's say? And maybe many people have had it happen, but it was chalked up to other things in nature and in their surroundings. If that makes any sense at all.
Won't be
So you're
Hollywood
like
level.
worse.
What's that?
Sorry, there's a delay. I keep talking
That's
over
okay.
other people, and I'm not trying to.
No, you're fine. I was
No,
just saying
that's-
it's not going to be a Hollywood level of telekinesis that we see on TV. It's going to be like Curtis is saying on a much smaller scale.
So,
You're
right.
light breeze, man. You're like the worst
I
X-Men
think-
ever. You cause a light breeze, and that's it, and nobody knows, but you do it.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Or like you say, in especially in a case of extreme emotion or something like that, is it possible that your mind, your body, your essence got so powerful that it made a slight change in something that was around you? And
I only see two ways that we could go forward with telekinesis or moving things with our minds, and I feel like it's either like Elon Musk putting a chip in our brain and we controlling our RC car, or maybe if we evolve for another 100,000 years and our brain evolves like how animals have achieved a threshold of understanding when they evolved into humans that pretty much changes how we view everything. Maybe there's another threshold of understanding above that we haven't gotten to, that we could possibly get to in the future.
that could be, yeah.
Especially the more we get away from actually doing physical activities, we have to be using our brains more now than we have been.
It could
Probably
be
won't be in our lifetime.
an evolutionary thing,
definitely
right? An evolutionary
Unless
thing.
we can speed it up somehow.
Yeah,
It's another
true.
technology question.
And that's another thing too. As we all know, as technology advances, it can only advance more because technology will advance itself, and we're seeing that. But let me give you guys a good example, and this is why I've thought about this. I've done this on a few occasions. I've taken someone. The most recent time it was on the basketball courts at this old Y I used to go to, and I had a friend of mine. He was willing to be hypnotized and everything, and I didn't tell him what the deal was. We go out there with a basketball. I had him shoot 25 free throws. So I said, just shoot, try and make 25 free throws. I don't remember the exact numbers. He was like me. He's not a regular basketball guy. I think he might have been close to 50%. He was like probably 12, 13. I said, okay, now we're going to do the hypnosis. I hypnotized him. And I gave him specific suggestions on how I wanted him to go about approaching these 25 free throws. And he hit like 19 of them. And every time I've done that, the percentage has risen dramatically, and the misses were not egregious misses. Now, I know why that works. It's only because if you've played enough ball, and he had, that you've taken enough free throws that your mind knows how to do it. your muscle memory knows how to do it. You can go to shoot that ball, and any of us who will play it will tell you, more often than not, as soon as you release it, you know whether it's going in or not. So when you're willing to get rid of the conscious mind and all the distractions and go to muscle memory in the subconscious mind, you can do it over and over again. That's not super awesome, but it does tell you a lot about how powerful our minds can actually be if we truly tap into everything they have to offer.
Yeah, Shaq should have hired you, honestly.
I don't
That's
know that even
definitely
hypnosis.
interesting.
I don't think he had the muscle memory there to ever be able to do it.
Yeah, I don't think he threw a free throw outside of the games.
This stream.
Our usual stream. That's perfect, Big Green. I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly. There, you say that. I had a person ask me one time, and about hypnosis, and I always thought this was telling. She said, because I was telling them how, you can be hypnotized and doing things like that. She says, okay, so you're telling me that if you hypnotize me and tell me I can play the guitar like Jimi Hendrix, I'll play like Hendrix? I said, no, that's not what I said. I said, you tapped into your muscle memory. I can hypnotize you and tell you can play the guitar like Hendrix. You'll pick up that guitar and you'll start beating the shit out of it, and it's going to sound like Hendrix to you, and the rest of us are going to run for cover. That's how that works, because you don't have that actual memory there or ability there. Excuse me, guys. I just have to respond to this really quick.
No, you're good. The human mind is very interesting in how far we can take it when there's no distractions. I mean, the most common thing that I think in anime people point to is Goku's Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct, yep.
To an extent, we can automative response time if you're really in tune with something, like especially in boxing case. And Curtis, you've boxed before, so you know what it's like when you're in the motions and you're jabbing. It almost becomes muscle memory. You're doing things 100%. Without even telling yourself you're doing it. So yeah, human mind. I have a similar story too, but I don't know if it's hypnotism or just the fact that I trolled my friend too hard. But he's playing Guitar Hero. He couldn't get the 5-star. I said, well, if you can't get 5-star, aim for 6 stars, and it worked. He got the 5-star. So yes. Motivation or what, but yeah.
Like Mike Tyson telling you to punch the guy behind the guy.
Yes. And my trainer, his name was George Duke. He was a ranked heavyweight back in the 50s. But anyway, he always used to tell us, when you throw, like if I throw a hook and I'm throwing a left hook to the right side of their face, he said, you're aiming for the left side of their face. He said that you should actually be seeing that punch go through their head. He said, because if you aim for that strike zone, you will stop. The momentum will stop because you've made contact, and it'll stop early. He said, every punch you throw it like you're trying to punch through the person you're hitting. Yep, that's true. That's exactly what I was thought.
Hypnosis to stop Dave from shutting me down.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Hal. But yeah, that's the thing that amazes me about hypnosis. I mean, stage hypnosis is fun. It's fun to do funny things. Everybody has a laugh. But the thing that really has always intrigued me about hypnosis is how it really illustrates how powerful our minds are. It's amazing what we can accomplish if we let our active conscious mind get out of the way. You see, when that is a state of self-hypnosis, is exactly what they mean when they say somebody's in the zone. That's what that means. When you go into the zone, that means you stop using, and this is exactly what hypnosis does, you stop using your conscious mind, let your subconscious mind take over. Your subconscious mind takes into everything into effect. I've seen this before, I've done this before, I remember how to do this, I remember what I saw here, and it acts on all that. Your conscious mind is worried about whether or not you're going to make the shot. Your conscious mind is listening to the cat calls while you're trying to make that free throw to win the game. Your subconscious mind doesn't bother itself with things of that nature.
Yeah, the trick is to keep yourself in that state of mind.
It takes a lot to do it, but when you can, I'll tell you guys, and at some point I could tell you guys exactly how to do it, how to put yourself in that hypnotic state, and you can do you don't have to do it with on a basketball court. You can take a garbage pail and roll up some pieces of paper, crinkle them up, and it'll work the same. If you just take and you just do it and really try to make it and just boom, boom, boom. And then you self-hypnotize, tell yourself what you want to accomplish, what you want to do, and that you're going to do it, and your percentage will rise. It's just because your subconscious is better at that than your conscious mind. Okay, and what the hell are we getting here from Ang G? 7 DC in your E for you, and I am Earth. Wait, Earth is here.
I don't know.
Ang, wait a second. Hold on a second. We're talking about all this mystical stuff, and we got some mystical shit happening right here, right now.
Spell on us, honestly.
So, yeah, everybody
Look what we've done.
take down these codes.
Hey. This is sorcery, black magic.
It is.
Burn the witches.
Get out of here.
SCP says the chosen one
It's
is here.
coordinated, dude. He had all of that. There's no way that he just pushed buttons.
No, not at all. There's something to this.
Looks like Jet Flyer is having difficulty joining the Discord. Try changing your
what happened in 87
browser.
DC?
Is everybody?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would be happening, Flyer. I know everybody's been joining with that link. I subscribed to Discord to make sure our link wouldn't expire.
And this might sound dumb, but if you have a VPN on, maybe turn it off. Maybe it's interfering or something.
Could be.
What is that code,
Yeah,
Hal?
for whoever's trying to join, or maybe it's the browser. I've had difficulties, so I know like sometimes you just gotta rig it a bit before it works for some reason.
That could be. Nacho, I like that though. Nacho says Ang turned him into a newt. I got better.
I say you should just bring more people in here until it gets unintelligible.
Oh, we'll have streams where we can do that. Well, you know what we can do is we can have a stream where if we want total mayhem, I won't even have to bring everybody's individual camera up. I can just open up a room and anybody can go in there. That would be dangerous. I'd probably get about 17 community guideline strikes by the time we were done with it.
Oh, God, yeah. Hopefully we wouldn't get any trolls.
Well, you're not new to those. You've been around the block.
Oh, yeah.
I can be unintelligible and just crash that entire room on my own.
Well, Ang's Ang said one way I don't want it, but it doesn't have any issues for it, or the backyardigans. Full time, I will sure to see how to love the Wa in this love of my heart to me as a person. I love to you, my W, love thee. Ang has got some great shit.
They're trying to ruin us.
That's why I disagree with Ang. I think Cena was a great wrestler. People don't give him enough credit.
Oh yeah, he could
you
work.
actually got something out of that?
Ang, what are you talking about now, Ang? I was with you up until that thing about Cena. Everything you said prior to that made sense.
No sign of intelligent life anywhere.
I didn't even see him say anything.
You're right, Buzz.
You just gotta decipher.
He does, Nacho. He's got some good stuff. We're not making fun of you, Ang. We're all envious of whatever it is that you've partaken in. We asked if there are alternate realities. We asked if there's life on other planets. Ang's not on this one, so he's somewhere else.
I just imagine it's Kanye West on an alt account.
You know what?
Oh,
Ang is an AI that just became conscious. That's what all the code is. Like he's trying to figure out how to interact. He's trying to figure out how to make
learning.
live comedic. That's what's going on.
That could be.
Because that's what I hear when Kanye West talks.
shit.
It's like something, the backyardigans.
That reminds me of an
Welcome.
old History
Well,
Channel
this
video where robots gain sentience. The year 2000, your PlayStation's gonna turn on and it has sentience.
Oh crap, guys! I hate to do this.
Xbox ever.
I'm gonna have to wrap this one up. I didn't realize how late it had gotten. I got some stuff I gotta do this afternoon. God damn, this is fun.
Oh.
Don't worry, guys. We're gonna do this on the regular.
Have fun. All right. Well, cool.
Now that I figured out how to do it, there we go. Big Green with the. We'll be right back. Now that I figured out how to do it.
Goodbye, everyone. Remember you all in therapy.
I always wait for that. I have to hear Plankton or the stream can't end. When we have, and I think we'll do this way each time. regardless of if people are using video or not, because it just makes it easier for everybody to see who's speaking and everything. Hold on, let me change it. Oh, come on.
Yeah, no, I think you've got a great setup. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for having us, Curtis, and just letting us
Oh,
This was
experiment
actually
here.
awesome.
This
I
was
just
a
saw the
lot
message
of fun.
about this
I
green room thing. I think like today. This was
yeah,
crazy.
I just put all this in. I'm going to be at the Discord more often now. I'm going to make it a point to get over there more often. So I added that, and now I want to add, as I said, a section for
We're still here.
live streams themselves, where you guys can leave suggestions for live streams.
Go home.
Actually, Curtis, if you don't mind, can I DM you about something? It's about Discord. I'm actually been on it for a while, and I sent something on there before, and I'm just kind of wondering if you might have seen it. That's all.
Oh, you sent a DM to me?
Well, no. I did. I don't want to do like a self promotion thing, but I actually do some artwork, and I've been a fan of your YouTube for a long time. Well, like a couple years, but I made a poster, and it's based on the xenomorphs, and I know you're a big fan of that, and
Yeah.
I offered in your Discord to like give you a copy. It's like a full poster you can like hang up on your wall if you want.
Oh, cool. Thanks. No, yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Send it via Discord then.
Okay, it's actually in there. I can send it again if you like.
Oh, okay. No,
But I
hold
can't
on.
send you.
I've got the Discord.
I couldn't.
There it is.
Yeah. The Discord, yeah, it's a black and white eyeball. It's like tattoo art, basically.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, but like the Discord doesn't give you the full file size, so if you, I like as a gift, I'd like to actually give it to you. If like I said, you could print it up, print it off, put it on your wall if you like. It's like 2.5 feet wide. Used to be like a large abstract face, like a whole wall that I did by hand. It's just like pencil on paper with a little bit of digital stuff.
That's very cool. Yeah, I'll take a the only reason I was going to take a look at it now, but I'm so unfamiliar with Discord, I don't want to screw this up.
Sure.
So as soon as we get done,
I kind of figured you hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
still finding my
so-
way around Discord as much as I can.
Okay.
Oh, Ang's
So-
chipping.
So yeah, if you'd like, I'd be happy to email you the full file and even just send you some money to like actually print it out, and so you have a physical copy just as a gift.
No, actually, I'm going to be sending some stuff to be printed soon anyway. You can't see it in our shot
cool.
here, but in my shelf, I've got some images I'm going to be having framed or put onto canvas to put on these shelves here.
Cool.
So I'm gonna be doing a run of them anyway.
Okay, I just didn't want to I didn't want this to come across as like one of those self-promo
Oh, no,
things
no.
where I'm trying to get something
No, it's fine.
like in a background.
No,
I've had people freak out on me, like verbally beat me up on stream and chat for doing this.
Oh no, not at all. As a matter of fact, I have a whole folder full of things people have sent me, digital things people have sent me over the years, fan arts and stuff like that. Yeah, I think
Cool.
I think
Appreciate
you
it.
did leave Nacho. All right, guys. Well, like I said, I got to go. Thank you guys so much for everybody here in the stream and you guys for joining in on the chat. This was a lot of fun. This was a really good time. And
Thank you, Curtis. This is great.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for having us. This was a great talk, and hope to do more of these. This was fun.
yeah, we will. Oh, we'll definitely do more of these. This is a blast. And we should be tomorrow. I should be back to my regular schedule. We should be streaming tomorrow. Hold on, let me grab this super chat before we're done. Dr. Dirt, thanks for super chat. Dow says, "Hey, have gone to the Funny Bone in Shreveport, Louisiana. My brother walked in and said he recognized you." No, I wouldn't have been in Louisiana. I played a bunch of Funny Bones. Funny Bones. That's a funny sound. I played with a bunch of Funny Bones over the years. But no, I've never played the Deep South. When I was doing stand up, it was mostly all the Northeast. Occasionally more towards the Midwest. But that's interesting. But if like I say, he could have seen me at a Funny Bone, just not that specific one. Or he could have seen me, well, no, I don't want to talk about the wanted posters. That's all water under the bridge now. So, guys,
That's why you take out all the
yeah, guys, again, thank you so much. Thanks for being in here with me, and hopefully we should be able to get to stream tomorrow. But I'll talk to you guys real soon. Just stop.
No more.
Oh, absolutely. I'm rewatching all your Team 4-star reactions. I think it'd be through the work week. So, yeah, it's been great.
I love that
great
kind of
day,
stuff.
Bang, okay?
Indeed we will. Thank you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all real soon.